Hey, I just thought I would make this video. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but um, I just heard Luke Bond's new song, Kamikaze. And obviously, I'm a big supporter of him. Being able to listen to one of his new songs, my first initial thought process was, I'm proud of him. He's keeping on track with the quality of music that he puts out, of course. And, I'm happy for him. Um, but then I started to think, get to some serious thinking, and I thought it was pretty necessary to make this message to Luke Bond. So this is my message to you, Luke. I want to share a story with you, if you don't mind, my friend. A couple years ago, I always had this kind of on and off relapse of depression. This is not anything new. This is something that's been going on in my life for quite some time. Sometimes, as the seasons go on, the intensity of, my depression will change, on and off, and, depending on, what's occurring in my life at that time. Whether certain events I'll take to heart and, it'll really hurt me, or it could be a time where not much is going on and I'm just wallowing in my own sadness. But about a year ago, um, I was having very severe suicidal thoughts. I was never as close to actually going through with it as I was about a year ago. Of course, I've always contemplated it. I've always tried it, prior to that moment, but it wasn't until about a year ago where I thought that I was actually going to go through with it, and this would be the end, and I thought I was going to die. And then I stumbled upon your song, Superstar. If you don't think that your music affects people, as severely and intensely as it does, you're wrong. Because that song truly did save my life. Truly did. I do remember the time I did stumble upon it. It was a rainy day outside, and I decided to go look up music because, music is almost anyone's therapy. But, at this point, I'd lost all hope, and, the hopelessness was starting to consume me pretty heavily. And then I decided to just try and listen to some new music. And then I stumbled upon Superstar. And needless to say, that song, it's really hard for me to put to words, but that song gave me hope. That song did something to me that day. It instilled hope. It allowed me to see a better future for myself. And it gave me the strength to keep going. And believe me, I did listen to that song on repeat pretty much for the rest of that day and that week. And songs like Hollywood and Drop Zone and One Up, those songs, kind of continued my strength to keep going. There's so much stuff that I could say to you, Luke, but I'm just going to simply say thank you. Because your music touched me so much that it allowed me to, not only did it save my life, but it allowed me to keep going. Depression is no joke. It's a fight, a lot of people, including myself, are still fighting that good fight. And it's hard. But people like you producing and making the music that you do makes that fight a lot easier on us. I just hope, one day I get to see you live, and, knowing me, I probably will end up crying if I ever heard any of your songs live, whether it be from you or anyone else. I prefer it to be you, but, at the end of the day, thank you, because I've supported you for a while now, and I'm going to continue supporting you. And I can't wait for Kamikaze to come out, because I'll literally stay up late to download that. Thank you, Luke. If you ever have any doubts of how much your music means to people like me, please don't have those doubts. Please keep making the quality music that you're making. Your music does so much more than you realize, and I am an example of that. So I'll always have your song Superstar to thank for saving my life. I'll always have, a slew of your other songs to thank for helping me get through and continue to get through these rough times in my life. But I do want to thank you. I think I've said that like 30 times already. Whatever. Thank you, Luke, for continuing to make as good of music as you do, because it helps people like me. Anyways, thank you for watching, and thank you for making such blissful music. See you on the flip side.